Hi everyone, this is Julianne Victoria of Through the Peacock's Eyes. Welcome to my Chiron and Aries transit spiritual guidance readings. I'll be doing a little astrology, a little tarot, a little oracle cards, so it's sort of like a combo spiritual life coaching session. Of course, these are general readings, and how they more specifically affect you, play out in your lives, will depend on your own personal natal chart. If you're interested in a personal spiritual life coaching session, either as a combo reading or just astrology or just tarot, you can go to my website, peacockseyes.com, and click the Empress card on the right-hand side, or you can go to the description box below and click the direct link to my business site. Thank you for stopping by and tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hi Leo, this is Julianne Victoria of Through the Peacock's Eyes. Welcome to your Chiron and Aries transit spiritual guidance reading. So a little astrology, a little tarot, a little oracle cards. Let's talk about Chiron and Aries. So Chiron is now transiting your ninth house of spirituality, religion, life philosophy. It's also a house of higher education, politics, government, and foreign travel. So Chiron triggers deep healing. For many of you Leos, this will have to do with your philosophy on life, your religious or spiritual path. That's what I'm feeling most strongly, and for some it may have to do with your education path, whether that is academic education or life education, spiritual education. This healing may trigger you to want to travel to foreign lands. Often that kind of coincides with anything going on with a spiritual or life philosophical journey that we are on. So expect some inner workings to trigger evaluation, contemplation, even study into your religious, philosophical, and spiritual views on life. Okay. Chiron will be in Aries. So he entered Aries in April 2018. He will be there until June 2026 with a brief retrograde back into Pisces late September 2018 until February 2019. But for the most part, he's there in your ninth house for the next 7 or so years, 8 years, 7.5 minus the retrograde. Okay, let's see what guidance we get from the tarot for this Chiron and Aries transit for you, Leo. Okay. It's a little hard to cut this deck because I am using a round deck, and this is called, where's my box? The Circle of Life Tarot. Okay, so I'm pulling 3 tarot cards for the tarot portion. Interesting. And then after that, I will pull 1 card from the Whispers of Healing Oracle deck. Okay. So my initial impression, insight here, is that many Leos will be, I'm going to say, shaking off, cutting away what has up to this point, and because this is such a long transit, 7 to 8 years, it's not all going to happen for the whole duration of the transit. For some Leos, it will happen at the beginning, some the middle, some the end, some bits and pieces here and there, because everyone's birth chart is different. But a cutting away, a severing of a part of your identity, strong beliefs that you have identified in your spiritual path. So your beliefs, spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs, philosophical beliefs, life beliefs that you've had, you'll be cutting away a lot of that. And there is a feeling of freeing yourself so that you can shine as brightly as Leos love to shine, because the sun is your ruler. The sun represents your soul, and you actually have the sun card here. Okay. So the first card here, and there is time progression or energy progression when I do a 3-card reading. It's not so strictly past, present, future, but I'm feeling a very strong progression here for you. So the first card we have is the 10 of Swords, and this is the cutting away. Now, it could be things happen in your life that trigger you to do this evaluation, but for the most part, Leo, you're going to be the one who realizes you need to cut away some ideas, beliefs, belief systems. Maybe for some, it's cutting away, breaking away from a strict religious dogma path to a more open spirituality, to a revisit on what life is about. So the meaning of life in general. I do want to say the meaning of your Dharma and where that is taking you into the future. So definitely a cutting away. The swords are air energy, the mind, ideas, beliefs, even expectations. But it feels like cutting away things you have held on to so tightly that were just part of your identity, whether consciously or unconsciously, you were holding onto them tight. You'll be cutting them away. So that can rock some Leos to the core. For others, you'll be like, it's just an epiphany, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm cutting that out. And it's easier. So it's going to be different for each Leo, but it's definitely a cutting away of those beliefs, belief systems. Okay. And how I mentioned at the beginning that often when there's things going on in our spiritual, religious part of our lives, many of us are called to travel or go on a pilgrimage or go on a retreat somewhere. And what I'm also getting with this is, as some Leos may just totally break away from your life so you can do this inner work and understand what life is about. Okay. If you are, in school, academic education, that could shift your educational path. That could get you to dive deeper. This could even be going back to school and studying something new that will reflect. So it could be studying religious studies, studying philosophy itself, but educating yourself to broaden your worldview and understanding of the meaning of life. It's like stepping into your Dharma, but you must clear some things away, especially in the mind. Okay. Now the second card we have here is the Seven of Pentacles. I was going to say the Seven of Eggs, because these eggs feel so significant. These eggs are parts of you, Leo. They are the parts of you that are incubating now, ready and waiting to be hatched. And as soon as you start, now this process doesn't have to be done. This process may come in stages for many. As soon as you start cutting things away, these eggs start to hatch. These eggs of, this is pentacles, this is earth. These eggs of aspects of your physical life that align with your Dharma, align with the life philosophy that you are becoming aware of, or the spiritual path you're becoming aware of, they start to crack and open up and hatch. Okay. And then your third card is your card, Leo, or your ruler, the Sun. It's like once you're all hatched, however many bits and pieces of you, however many stages of this cutting away and opening up happen for each Leo out there. Some it may just be once, some again it may be continuous, it may just be at the end of this cycle. You will come out of it bursting, shining so bright, the brightness is in the middle, from the inner of your being outwards into the world. You really, really come into your spiritual expression of you in the physical form that you are. Okay, this is powerful. All right, let's do a Whispers of Healing Oracle card for you, Leo. And these are large, very large cards and sticky, a little hard to hold, but one just wanted to fly out. We get number 36, progress. You are making progress on your Dharma. Dharma is such a key word here for you right now. So I'm going to read that section from the book. So 36, just to see what resonates with each of you out there. Okay. Hold that up there for you. You have been in a process of great change, self-growth, and healing. It is important to maintain a good relationship with yourself. Journaling is one tool that may help. Keep a journal and write to yourself as if you were counseling a friend. Record your goals and dreams. It may be very cathartic to have a special place to vent. Meditation is another means for healing or spiritual development. Going outside for fresh air can also be rejuvenating. If you find you are in a rut or starting to experience a downward spiral, consider closing your eyes and taking a deep breath. Imagine that you're opening your eyes for the first time and seeing the world around you from a different perspective. What is pleasurable around you? If you can see nature, what beauty can you find? Encourage yourself not to take anything for granted. What a wonderful life you have been given. If needed, make a list of your values and ethics. Writing a beliefs list will help you to live with purpose and more awareness. Your list is not set in stone and may shift and change as you develop throughout your life. A fairy looks back over her shoulder to view different scenes unfolding. This is a reminder to take it one step at a time. The hyacinths to her right mean that steadiness and sincerity are important aspects of this phase of growth. The lilac of the fairy's garment encourages creative activities and uniqueness. Apart from symbolizing transformation, butterflies are believed to restore the inner self and inspire the essential and loving spirit of the human soul. This enhances your ability to reshape and grow as you see fit. Okay. Well, Leo, it looks like there is lovely progress coming for you over the next 7-8 years. Just remember, always shine your light. All right, Leo, thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you soon.